Hi folks, Donnie D here. I wanted to make a quick review and video of one of the rifles that my wife and I have in our little collection. This is actually my wife's rifle. It is a Mossberg 22 caliber short long rifle, model 46B. It was left to my wife by her father after when he passed away about 10 years ago. And the rifle sat in our closet and was pretty much ignored up until about a year ago. I finally drug it out one day, looking at it. The reason we didn't mess with it because we knew it was broken, but I hadn't really looked at it close. And it was missing the front sight. Let's see, something else was missing. There was something else missing on, I can't remember what it was. The front sight was gone, and the feed tube. This is a tube-fed bolt-action rifle. The feed tube rod was broken as well. So I finally took it to my local gunsmith, and he made those repairs for us. Brought it back and carried it to the range, and I'll tell you what, this gun is quickly becoming one of my favorite guns in our collection. This thing is just plain dead on accurate. I'm not so sure it's not intended to be a target gun anyway. But anyway, let me get down here a little closer to it so you can kind of get a better view of it and kind of see what it looks like. The barrel and all that stuff is blue is still in pretty good shape. I thought about completely refinishing this gun, rebluing it and everything, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to refinish the stock. Reason being, these rifles aren't worth a lot of money. Probably this one would be worth $100 to $200 as is, maybe a little bit more fixed up. And just looking at this stock, trying to look through the old finish, it looks like it's got some pretty nice grain. I'm a woodworker, some of you know, and I like pretty wood, and this looks like it might have some pretty nice grain. So I am going to take it once I get through with my other restoration project on that first gun I had, that old 20 gauge shotgun. I'm going to refinish the stock on this one. But as you can see, starting at the butt end of it, has a place for a sling swivel. It's got a really neat trigger guard assembly. Safety right there, little thumb safety right there. I guess I'm not exactly sure what type of safety it is. It has a cover over the ejector port on the bolt. It has a ramp style rear sight, and just a plain old fixed front sight. Not sure if that's the exact one that goes on it. It sure looks like it fits, but that's the one that the gunsmith put on for me. And as you can see, there's a little bit of rust spots here and there, but it's actually in pretty darn good shape. But one of the nicest things about this gun is this peep sight that's on it. That thing is as good as a scope if it had a little magnification. And something I find out about a peep sight, if I, with my poor vision and my glasses that I wear, shoot, what do you call them, bifocals. If I were to try to shoot this rifle like this using the front and rear sight, I would have to look through the bottom or the bifocal part of my glasses in order to get that front bead in focus. If I flip the peep sight over and look through the peep sight, it's in focus without looking through the bottom of my bifocals. Any of you out there that wear glasses and have eye problems like me, you know what I'm talking about. If you double look through, you can look at something, take your glasses off and look at an object without your glasses on, and it's blurry. But if you look at it through a small hole, like a pinhole in a piece of paper, it's in focus. Don't ask me why, but that's just the way it is. I'm not an eye doctor, so I can't explain that to you. But that's the way it is. And that's what happens when I use this peep sight on this gun. That's one reason I like it so good. I would love to be able to put a scope on it, but I do not want to have to alter the gun in any way other than maybe to remove the rear sight. I'm hoping that somehow I can utilize this screw there on that rear sight to put a Picatinny or some type of scope mount on there so I can put a scope on and still be able to take it off. I do not want to drill and tap the gun or anything like that. But if you can find you can still find these guns. As a matter of fact, my local gun shop has got one it's the same model. Got a little bit different bolt, and I'm not sure it's got a peep sight on it, but it's a model 46B Mossberg up at the gun shop. If you can get your hands on one of these things, you should be able to buy it at a very reasonable price, and I guarantee you're going to love it. This is a really, really nice gun. Get your hands on one if you can. But anyway, Mossberg Model 46B. Nice gun. Now let me give you guys a quick update on a couple of things before I let you go. A little update on these orange crusher clays. Someone on YouTube or one of the forums or somewhere suggested I try making these orange crusher clays that I've been making with the alcohol and chalk line chalk using flour. Well, I've made some, hadn't tried them yet, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to work. I guess the flour is an organic material, and it kind of turns into a paste, and it just doesn't go back to. I don't think it's going to go back to powder form when the clay's busted, but I'll try them, give you an update on them. Also, I don't know if this is going to make any difference, but I've been using this alcohol. And I didn't know there was a difference in alcohol, but apparently there is. There's this alcohol, which is 50% alcohol and 50% water. And here's another one that's 91% alcohol. This is for antiseptic use, like cleaning the area before you get an injection. And this is for rubbing, like for sore muscles and stuff. So I've made some clays with both just to see if there's any difference in the way they function, if they work any better with one alcohol over the other. I'll let you know about that. One more quick little trick here that I'm working on. I'll update you on that later. It's on these homemade shooting C's. As you can see the size of this one, this is a piece of poster board. The reason I like to make my own shooting C's with these is ones this size, if you can even find them, would be really high. And I use these for sighting in rifles, especially if I'm shooting a rifle for the first time or with a new scope, or need to readjust my scope or something. I can start out at 100 yards or better and still see where I'm hitting my shot at. This little thing you see down here is a way I'm trying to come up with a way of making peel off bullseyes for these. In other words, when you shoot here, it'll flake off and show. And with these, when you shoot, these also will flake off and show. But anyway, I'm trying to come up with a way of making these so these can be replaced when I repaint the black on these, because these can be reused over and over again, just simply by painting right over the bullet holes with the spray paint. And then I wanted to make some peel off bullseyes that also would flake off, so that I could replace them at the same time. But anyway, I'll give you some updates on all this crap later. This is Donnie D. I appreciate you looking, and we'll see you next time. Bye.